So, Jerry, you were in the convenience store food service business for a long time before retiring. And now, stepping back as an outsider, what do you see going on in the industry that both that you like and that may perhaps worry you?
Well, I like the fact that the industry is starting to take food service serious. They did that with coffee about a decade ago, and the results are obvious. Now they're looking at food service the same way. More difficult, but they're getting there. So quality products, fresh food, actually more food than just roller grill, which was typical for the industry for years. What I concern myself with is the execution of that program. Food safety, the parts of food service that are not normal to a retail mentality, and that's kind of the piece that I always worry about.
So, Danny, there's always a lot of talk about healthier eating. Consumers want to eat healthier for you types of foods. How do you see that permeating into the convenience store industry?
You know, I think the availability of healthier for you foods is very important. I think giving consumers that opportunity to know that they can go to a convenience store to get fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, yogurts, different things like that we know are healthy, that consumers perceive them as being healthy, is extremely important. Yeah.
So, John, that was a terrific presentation on what convenience store retailers could potentially learn from restaurant and on-premise operators. What do you think would be the most important takeaway that they could take from that?
So I think that the space is we're going after the same folks, right? And while the restaurant spaces are farther down the curve in food, it doesn't mean it's a different space for what people want, right? And convenience stores need to remember that they own convenience first and foremost, and if that's forgotten, nothing will work. But what are those little changes that can be made that can kind of take them further down that path and offer service and higher quality food and all those other options?
So, Tom, we're into the conference for a couple of sessions so far. Any insights from the presentations you heard so far that really struck a chord with you?
Well, yeah, one theme in particular that I heard both from the Mintel group and John from Anheuser-Busch is the need to really keep focusing and remembering that the industry is all about convenience. And anything that a brand or a chain does really needs to answer how they achieve convenience throughout whatever it might be. Their delivery system, their consumer experience, the food wait time, the access. So that's really the main thing. And I think that's really what it's all about, and that's where the industry really has an advantage over some of the competitors they're trying to compete against, which are the QSR restaurants and the fast casuals and even the grocerants. So that's the point of differentiation that I think we all need to keep in mind.
So, Eric, in today's hyper-competitive landscape in the food service arena, where do you see the future of convenience stores fitting in?
It's a great question. I think we are really bullish on the convenience store industry overall. If you look at a couple of different factors that lead us there, the first is the amount of M&A that's been going on in the space, and the fact that you're seeing a lot of strategic buyers doing roll-ups of companies, some interest from some financial buyers as well, high multiples. That's a really good sign for where the industry is going. With respect to the companies themselves, a lot of them have really figured out a way to compete with restaurants in a much more meaningful way. And they've continued to steal share from both QSR and fast casual, and we don't see that trend dissipating at all moving forward. So all in all, we feel that the next 3 to 5 years, the horizon looks pretty good for a lot of convenience store concepts.
Great. Thank you very much.